lost amongst destiny's throes. Which is the right path that I value more? My tinkerer's tools or my magical form? In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Tracker of wolf folk, cursed with a plight, to embrace the darkness or chase the moonlight. Loyalty binds me to all I hold dear. Eager to help, I'll embrace every fear. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Bound to ceramic, a ghost of what was. I yearn for the path to break free from my curse. Brave in the face of all my hidden strife. Forward I journey to seek a new life. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Trained to be loyal to colonies call, yet torn by desire to be something more. Only in combat these bonds we renew. Together we journey steadfast and true. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown.
Hi, welcome to episode 9 of the Silver Shadows Trail of Echoes arc. So we had a last minute switch. Orel couldn't make the game, but luckily we had Ammon in chat ready to go. So we've got Ammon instead of Orel. So today's game is, we are aware that the crew is walking the path. I don't think Rennick, Volpa, not Volpa, Rennick, Arthur, Vidra, and Clovis have made it back to the Silver Thimble, but they have like communicated back that they found everybody. That part is like safe and secure. So like we know vaguely that the party is safe. Also, I think there was a moment when like they were sharing all that over the radio, and Peanut put a a mute out, just silenced everything. So, like, and he will have told everybody that they're safe, everybody's good. There's just a weird problem with the communicators. And he is having conversations with the senior officers at some point about that stuff. I have mentioned it before, but Peanut is getting more and more nervous about communications being tapped into. But so that is where we are. There are still tons of monsters coming out all over the place. Important things that have happened. There is a religion to a golden gecko going around. This gecko shares a lot of things in common with Krieg. If you stop and think about it too much, your head does start to hurt. And it will, I don't know if it can cause you to black out, but it can trying to like put all the thoughts in your head at the same time. But as of right now, Krieg is not a god. He shares a lot of similarities to somebody that is worshipped as a god, and he is like part of this church. But Krieg himself is not a god. Think more of a pope situation. But yeah. I was gonna say, what if a pope was all about money? But yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. All right, and now I will introduce the players. I'm not saying like 100% the Golden God is based on Krieg, for sure, just backwards. Like Krieg came first, and they are like worshiping the Golden God, but they're all gonna say that Krieg is the second coming of the Golden God. We know that is out of order.
Mm.
But regardless of that, we have Leo, Senior Officer Leo Levin, played by Leo.
Hello, everybody, and be right back.
We've got Ammon, played by Tofu.
Hello.
We got Isaac, played by Warlord.
Good evening.
And we got Seth, played by Seth.
How you doing? Still out on a high from that song.
Good song. It's a good one. Like, I would definitely because I definitely don't think we're gonna have like a musical episode that changes that song this month, because this arc, I'm not saying that we can't, I just don't think it's really this arc's in it. But I would love to do the crew chant back. That'd be great. Alright. So you all, we are dealing with areas around the connected area, around the Silver Thimble closely. We've been getting multiple anomalous reports all over the side of Seasonal. And I'm sure we've been dealing with them. Like, I definitely think that in the jungles there were like some kind of like corrupted vine monsters that they had to get rid of. And just like a bunch of things happening in the background. If you guys want to like tell me what those things in the background at some point, like in RP and stuff, absolutely. If you guys want to say that you were doing a job, like I especially think Cass has been doing this. Like when off screen, like Cass, Pim, all the like hunter and shooter people have been probably like taking down little scale monsters. But Seth, you pick up on your have you been working on that thing you created with Rennick?
Yes.
You-
my mind's been kind of taken away by other things, though.
Sure, what's your mind been on?
When we went underground in Plum Bob, some things happened, and I wanted to kind of discover a little bit more about what happened there, not just what we found, but the happenings that I did. But working a little bit more with chemistry as well. Now that I've got the little mixer thing, I wanted to try and play with that a bit, but needed to speak to my senior officer before I could really get into it, because it could be dangerous.
Alright, absolutely. Okay. So, Seth has been working on chemistry and his new powers. Okay. What's Leo been up to these last couple weeks of Leo, who all went to the Digberg event? Were you all there?
I'm gonna say Isaac was there. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the pizza party thing? Nah. Nah, I can't have those carbs. It's too many carbs.
Okay, so Seth was not in Digburg during the when.
No.
Okay, absolutely.
Ammon also was at the Silver Thimble instead of Digberg.
Okay. But Isaac was there. I'm sorry, what's the pizza party thing? Was there a pizza party in Digburg? Cause like
I just remember there being a big pizza party.
I remember everybody like going to like there was a karaoke party, but I'm not sure if there was like I don't know like I can't remember if you guys had like a pizza party there. No, the
I was
pizza party
not
was in
at
the
a pizza
Celestial
party.
Sea. Okay. Yeah, see that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the after the hole.
Oh, yeah. My bad. I apologize. I get all these get-togethers confused, because they're the same people there.
So, let's see. So you were there, and after returning home after that event, I don't know if this is Seth's like what Seth's apartment looks like, but this is like one of my default apartments. This is like default luminary apartment. All of those things
Much
can be whatever
nicer.
you think they are. Oh, you guys all have nice apartments. I don't know if I've ever been clear enough about that.
Let me reword. It's cleaner.
Yeah, there we go. Um, I think Talali's the only person that I've gone out of my way to make like a special apartment for, but that's because she said her apartment looked really ridiculous. Um, but yeah, Seth, what does it look like playing with your chemistry? Like, oh yeah, you tell me on it. Like, tell me what your apartment looks like.
There's the majority of it, there's no bed, because you can't, it'd be too big, too expensive. So it's just a lot of blankets, and like futons on the floor that just look like they've been piled up, like kind of like a college dorm room. There's some books just piled in there, notebooks that just have a bunch of scrawled nonsense in them, and that's like one part of the room, just books and linens just stacked. And then there's like one area with a fairly medium-sized desk where there's more scratched paper, but there's also a small alchemy set, not too elaborate because I wouldn't have the space. Lots of notes from where we were on the boat, and some stuff happened there. I was trying to recreate the notes that I had lost during that event, and there's little pins all over like a would be a board, but I don't have a board. Just stuck them right in the wall because I have no regard for other people's property.
This is your
Nailed.
property.
Oh, we actually own it. Oh well, I don't have any
I mean-
regards to my property. I thought it was like a rental.
No, fuck landlords. There are no landlords in the Silver Thimble. Like you guys, if you have a job, this is your place. Repaint it, redecorate it how you want. Like, you might share walls with people, but they're thick walls because, like, if this is a fantasy game, I'm going all in on the fantasy parts that I want to be fantasy.
That's beautiful. But there's
Quality
still
apartments, the best part of fantasy.
We can all be homeowners.
Oh, that's the biggest part of the fantasy.
Wow,
The most unbelievable
that sounds
part.
amazing.
But one whole side of the wall is just tons of notes that have been like pinpricked to the wall. There's little pins, and just it looks like I'm starting to do the yarn thing, but I ran out of yarn. or I'm confused about it. One of the two or both.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So, like, what are you doing, like, with your chemicals, like, your chemistry stuff? What is that? What are you trying to accomplish here?
Well, I haven't got to speak to my senior officer yet, but I don't have a lot of patience. So I really wanted to try and mix something in a special little shaker I got. Um, just because I need to take a break from this more heavy stuff, because it's just making me a little frustrated. Um, so I'm gonna take that shaker and I'm gonna mix two items together. Without telling Leo. Don't tell him anybody. Don't tell Royce either. I had gone to the shop and got an elixir of the Phoenix, and I had gotten. We all have a lot of these HP shots, so I'm gonna see if I can mix the HP shot with the elixir of the Phoenix and make a new type of shot for healing.
Oh yeah, give me a 20 setter.
Yeah, sorry, my hands are really shaky today. Oh my god, I can't find the dice, guys. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to do everything with my right hand, which is really stupid.
All right. So with a 16, yeah, they get mixed together just fine. You have created a healing shot, that will give. You take it preemptively. Like, you could take this thing right now, and or give it to anybody and have them take it, and you feel it, and you will know this. Like, you running it through the Bunsen, running it out of the cocktail, you get a full idea of what this is gonna do. Um, it works like a rebirth, like a revive, but only you drink it now. If you hit 0 health at any point during this game, you will get back up at full HP.
Dang.
Oh, the problem is that the success does make it so it's not addictive. Um, yeah, it's not addictive, but it's incredibly difficult to make. Seth, like, you could make one, like, every game you could make one of these at the beginning of the game, but you still have to roll every single time.
All right.
But you will not, like, this will go away at the end of the game. It will deteriorate and does not go into your inventory. It's a use today.
I make sure to note that down, and I'm very excited that I'll be able to share something positive with the rest of the crew.
Right. Leo, you're back, I saw.
Yep.
What's Leo been up to lately?
Hmm. As of late, Leo's honestly kind of in a bit of a rut, so to speak. Like he's been stuck doing the same thing for a while, and he's having trouble figuring out like a good way to break out of that like monotony he's at. So he's probably doing his usual work, like trying to do some usual work at home, trying to figure out something to make. But he's having trouble figuring out what could be useful for the crew. He got nothing lately, and he's getting very annoyed over it, personally. Also, apartment.
Right. So, a little bit of a rut. What is what does Leo like listen to? What do you all listen to around the temple? Because like now, it needs to be clear that there's radio all over the place, and there are radio stations going on. And it's just like very successful, like all the way over in folk song, and like Yoke has a radio station that you guys can hear now, and Hymnal plays. I think Hymnal is almost like Gregorian chanting music all the time. There's if you turn on their stations. Happenstance is definitely like a lot of like very hip hop influenced stuff going on over there. And then we already know all the way in the Celestial Sea, Ione's playing some got some radio stations playing, and so does Lydian. Lydian's just like house music 24/7.
um, out of those, I imagine.
Or you can make something up. That live your life.
Oh yeah, of course. But I imagine this. I imagine with Leo, he actually listens to like the hip hop music a lot, like like the happenstance theme stuff kind of deal. It's partially just kind of like the idea of this like very organized, very like quiet fella just listening to like pretty much hip hop and rap all the time.
For sure. But you are listening to the radio.
Mhm.
You in your room, like in your apartment, like music on, long tiring day, like you said, it just hasn't been clicking for you. Like in a rut.
Yeah.
And like every other day, like something else has to go a little bit wrong, Leo, and like when you come in, like the radio station's off just slightly. Like you can hear your music, but you keep hearing static.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Okay. Leo's gonna go towards the radio and see like what's the issue there. If there's like like is it just like it's slightly off key, like with the dial. He's gonna check that real quick.
As you check the dial, and you go, you got to go back a little bit, and then you got to go forward because that's the fun thing to do with dials.
As you do.
You pass over a thing that you know for a fact that wasn't a station the last time that you were like looking through here. And the whole room is full of the sound of bees just buzzing, vibrating, and like it's setting you on edge. Like the whole like your vision is getting like tunnel vision, like as the shadows are closing in around your eyes, and then just like you see a splatter of viscous red liquid cover the wall as you all in like the millisecond of your hand, like because your hand was still moving to turn the dial while you were like in that one small sliver, you saw that, and you have to catch your breath and stumble a little bit.
Jesus Christ! It's the whole tower thing again. No, thank you. But that's not good. That's not good. Is there anything Leo could like try to figure out exactly? Like, you know what? With that particular odd note, Leo's going to go check on something with his with the little detector system. Like that, it's been a while since he's used it. The like anomaly detector and all that. Is there something wrong particularly with that? Because after he gets that weird vision, like he's got to figure out if there's something wrong with it. Something's up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Go ahead and roll me a 20-sider.
Okay. Net one.
Oh, sick.
God.
We're starting great.
Oh man, this is gonna be amazing, everybody. All right. So, Leo, like as you, what does that detector look like?
It might be the usual one that they've always had with the little what was it that always was they used to detect the red captain in the army? It was like a little beetle, if I remember correctly.
We do have a beetle. Yeah, we do have a beetle that detects rifts, but we we upgraded our little like Dragon Ball Z scouter thing, like not scouter, like
the
dragon
recon
radar.
Yeah, the recon visors. I forgot about those. Yeah. Okay, so
yeah,
so what happens?
you look through the recon visor. all around the like, especially where you saw the blood all over your wall.
Mm-hmm.
One sec. Wasn't expecting to put blood on this wall.
No, please.
There we go.
Where's he?
It's just like
Oh, Jesus.
you look on the wall and there's a red viscous fluid and it just keeps spreading across your wall until it covers your door and then starts dripping on the ground. And as you it hits the ground, it starts pooling. It gets closer and closer to your little bunny feet.
Lovely. His apartment's haunted. That's great.
And you they see it wrong one, come on. Be cool. Production value, please.
Yeah.
It slowly starts taking form. Like the blood all tendrils up, and you see wasp wings break out of the back of it. Like everything's in a very thin membrane stuff. Like you see multiple hands pressing up against the blood or the red viscous liquid from the inside. It smells of metal in your room. Like it smells of iron. Your anomaly detector, your recon visor is just leaking blood out of it. It's like covering you.
Oh, that is
As
horrible.
this thing moves closer and closer to you, it is resonating something. Like it's vibrating in the back of your head. Its wings, whereas many people around all of seasonal love the sound of bees. Like they love the constant the droning. It makes them it literally makes people happy. We said that when we went to Maor the first time. You're calm and relaxed. These are making you anxious. So anxious. And it's and it's making you feel capable at the same time, but capable of going beyond anything that you've done before.
Lovely. Nothing like fear to get him motivated. Jesus Christ. um. Well,
Ammon, somewhere in your room, the tower card falls out of your deck.
Not again.
why do I get the feeling Ammon knows it? Like, wait a minute, tower card? Oh no.
Ammon just looks down at it in disbelief and just oh great, what's gonna happen?
Oh boy.
Seth, somewhere in the Silver Thimble, or somewhere in the Lockstitch Academy, actually, in you guys' apartments, is a resonance that is nails on a chalkboard for you. We can feel it, the presence of something terrible here.
Can I determine the direction?
I think so. I think with a 1, it is powerful enough that you are all aware. Isaac, what were you doing? Sorry. When you were in the middle of something and all of a sudden, all of your books fall to the floor and each one opens a page that says something to the effect of run.
Isaac was probably just at home after just leaving the mystician's lab, doing some personal research for some just some things he wants to test out at some point. And then as he walks through the door, all of his books just fell to the ground, and when he walks over to them, they all just run on every page.
All right, so you three, we can have you guys all like bump into each other in the hall if you want to do that scene. Well, like we can tell like that. I think you all can tell that it's Leo's apartment.
Yes. Since he's my boss, yes. And that is the only reason. Would the rest of the crew also be heading that way too? Or just us?
I think the three of you, for some like one reason or another, it's the three of you. Everybody else can be feeling something off. For Seth, you know exactly where it is because of the resonance. For Ammon, it's very similar, but it's their cards telling them the way. For Isaac is being told to get out of there. But for everybody else, they're having like visions in a different way. Some of them are just feeling the sense of being watched, or not the sense of being watched, the sense of being listened to. Some of you are definitely like turning on your faucet and a viscous red liquid is pouring out instead of water. Same thing, some people might be about to take a drink of something and it's not flowing the way that you want to. Somebody could definitely be like, you're in your bedroom, all of a sudden the light goes off and you can't find the door.
Just because for Isaac, adding to the run, fight or flight effect, his eyes instinctively just start glowing purple. Just brightly.
Oh, I didn't move Ammon's character sheet in here. I'm sorry, man. I thought I did that. Alright, so I have a map. I'm getting ready to make a map. I wasn't expecting that one there either. So
I'm sorry.
no, it's alright. It's great. It's hilarious.
Meh.
If this game's gonna end like real fast.
And everyone died. The end.
It's like, and that's how we end the story, everybody. You're all dead.
I wasn't expecting to play a game of 10 candles, but here we are.
I think honestly, Leo, the vibe is very similar. Like incredibly similar. I think
yeah.
I think Leo might be aware he's having a nightmare. In some regard. Alright.
Yeah.
You three all run into each other in the hallway. I have tokens for everything. So yeah, Ammon, Seth, and Isaac, you all run into each other running down the hallway. You have seen some of your other crew members around. Like some of them are like holding their heads as though the whole place is rocking back and forth and they're getting seasick. Nobody is in real danger right now. Like anybody that you've seen is just asking them to just sit down and like they'll be okay. But you all are getting the sense, like the hair on the back of the neck situation, that like something terrible is in this building.
So you all can feel it too.
Yeah, feels something. All right.
Uh, we need to head to Leo's. At least it sounds or feels and sounds like it's centered there. Or something centered there.
Lead the way.
I do.
Absolutely. Let me get us back there. Oh, wrong one. That's Seth's. There we go. All right, Leo. Like this thing has you surrounded, but I think not. So here we go. Leo, it's pushing you. It's making you scared, but like you just said, like you're getting like you're in a rut and you're getting sick of it. Like you're scared. It is pushing you back again and again. Like and you see in your head those wasps from the 10 Candles game. Like you see in your head B from the 10 Candles game coming for you. And it's just like and in that moment like you feel another frequency. You see your spear in the corner, like radiating a darkness.
Well, he can't fight this thing barehanded, that's for sure. So he is going to get that spear and use it to defend himself. He's not sure what kind of energy is emanating from it because he's never seen it have that dark energy before, but really, with this thing in front of him, he's not gonna question it. This thing has to go first. Like he has to take this thing down if he can.
Right.
Like he's killed wasps in that nightmare, and he's gonna have to try to do that again. Luckily, there's only one, and not like a bajillion of them.
Give me that 20-sider.
Oh boy. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a one again.
5. A 5 is really good for this, guys. If you like, in case you guys are like, oh no, I'm worried about Leo. So hold on one second. All right, Leo, you go for it. And right as your fingers are about to wrap around it, you feel the stinger of this creature pierce through your your lower abdomen. Like I'm thinking like the kidneys spot. Like and like the stinger is like it's this thing right here. The whole thing isn't. It's all connected to the floor, and you three come running in the room just in time to see a very stereotypically like pretty female face looking out from the blood, like this like weird bee mask, as like you can see that it is a bee's mouth opened super wide with a face looking at you with Leo punctured right through his abdomen and like the stinger like pointing at you all. Leo, you take 6 HP damage from this.
Lovely. All right, so okay. Ow.
No,
You all
no time.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So, real quick, let me paint you the picture of this room. This room is covered in red. It feels like really thick blood for everybody. Like just so we all know, smells like pennies all through this room. Leo's spear is on the ground, being covered with that viscous goo. His radio is still on, playing like blasting white noise, and occasional like very discordant sounds are blasting out of that. This creature stands probably about 9 feet tall, but it could clearly be much taller. It is hunched at the ceiling. It has huge wings out, and it keeps shifting from like the number of limbs that it has. But it has Leo wrapped into almost in an embrace, while the stinger is through Leo's abdomen. He is just right now reacting to the pain. I don't want to tell you if he's screaming or not. Like that's on him, but like he just did take 6 damage. And now we can all go.
No time to think. I remember using this before, and I could still use it. I'm going to use Chainweaver to try to just tear behind Leo those tendrils that are holding him, to see if I can just tear him loose without harming him.
Yeah, roll me that 20-sider.
Are you ever going to say roll that beautiful bean footage?
I used to say it a lot. It's what I said to all my friends when we were playing like in real life games. It used to be almost a trademark. So what were you were trying to rip Leo free?
Yes.
What does it look like? It is not enough to scare these guys. Like these are your friends, these are your crewmates. They have seen weirder things. If a normal, like if a NPC or commoner had seen this, Seth, it would have been creepy to them. But right now, you're dealing with a giant wasp made out of blood that's pouring out of Leo's wall and speakers.
Fair. Uh, Similar to when we were underground at Plum Bob, these black bluish tendrils kind of shoot up from shoot down from the ceiling and shoot up from the ground. It look like they have thorns, like actual like plant thorns, because they actually have thorns in the building. It just try to shoot straight through the other creatures' tendrils themselves. Just that's a close roll, so almost hitting Leo, but not quite. And they connect from the bottom of the floor to the top, almost creating a barrier, like a fence.
Yeah, for sure. So, as you get Leo free of this creature, it just like, oh, I don't know. Did you get it free? You've definitely got Leo. I think you're in a tug of war with it. It's like you can. Do you want to safely do it? Like, cause like he's still impaled with like the crazy barbed stingers that we've given all the wasps in this game. So if you want to yank him, like you're gonna hurt him, you can get him, absolutely. Or are you trying to cut the arm clean off? Because I don't think that's what it's. I don't think a 16 does it clean.
I am going to take a quick glance at Leo's face and quietly apologize as I try to rip him free.
Oof. Alright, Leo. You're gonna take another 3
Okie
HP as the stinger comes out with Leo. Like, as you pull, like, the barbs are just too thick. They're too in there. So you have to yank him like to the side and twist and snap Leo free of this thing. Add Red Wasp Stinger to our ever-growing pile of things we're going to be able to start crafting with. It is currently impaling Leo, though. But he is clear. You get it behind the couch.
Someone turn the
Amon-
radio off.
Oh, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, Liv, you do it.
I'm yelling for somebody else to do it. I'm looking after Leo.
Ammon was already thinking about that, and without thinking, just tries to run over and switch off the radio.
Oh, give me a 20-setter.
I was gonna shoot it.
So a tough choice, Amon. As you get closer to the radio, you can reach out and turn it off, but you will see that this thing is going to make another attack. You can't get it quick enough, so it's going to try to wrap its tendril around Leo's leg. Now, you can immediately see that and get him and change it to an attack to free Leo. Or you could keep going for the radio, and then you make an attack against the radio, and then I make an attack against Leo. Whichever one, and we see if they both succeed.
I think Ammon, being still freshly yelled at by Kay, is going to think about others for a moment and attempt to stop it from attacking Leo.
So what's that look like?
I think he's gonna pull out the proud parent and attempt to shoot it to stop it.
Hell yeah. Roll me that 20-sider.
Wow.
Oh no, you didn't have to roll that one. I'm sorry. Your previous 9 carried over because the tough choice was to succeed or try make another roll. But yeah. So you shoot the tendril as it's climbing out, and the tendril, it looks like almost like an insect leg, but with a bunch of little almost human fingers wiggling as it was trying to grab Leo, and then as you hit it, it turns to look at you and it you see multiple faces press up against it from the inside as it screams. And Ammon, some of these most of these faces are not what we would consider human faces, but most of them are some kind of animal face, or somewhat rabbit guy face or beetle person face. And then one of them is the face of a huge wasp, absolutely huge wasp, pressing up against it, roaring at it. There is a flavor here that reminds you of Nyx. The fortune she tells people to scare them on the right track. This feels like that reality. This feels like a world that she warns you about, that if people mess up too much, this is where we're going. We're going to the darkest timeline.
So, sorry, you're saying the vibe that Ammon would get from this creature is if it's this is from a dark timeline?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, fuck.
All
All
right,
right,
he
Isaac.
wasn't there for that. I forgot.
Alright, Isaac. Leo is clear. You're being roared at by a big thing. Radio's still on, though.
Radio's still on.
Mhm.
You know, give me a second, I have a card. If I could find it. Never mind. That thing yelling, Ammon, uh, having not turned off the radio. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot the radio.
Yeah, for sure. Tough choice here. All right. Warlord, I'm sorry, Isaac. Your tough choices. You can make this shot. You shoot that radio, and hold on. I'm trying. I something really fun could be right here. I'm just trying to like figure out if I hurt any of the other lore if I do it.
I don't think Lore's here right now, though.
I can raise it by 1 with a card. Do we want that?
Do you want it, Isaac?
I wouldn't mind it, but I'm kind of curious as to what you could come up with for the tough
It's
choice.
fine. I'll get this idea going. This idea is rolling in my head. We'll probably see it later today.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and play the card then.
Yeah, so Ammon, how do you help him out? Like, how do you bump that by 1? What's that look like?
I think Ammon is going to I think he's gonna like throw like one of his magic cards out and just notice that maybe the bullet's veering off too far and just kind of throw it out to redirect it.
Yeah, for sure. So, it hits the radio, and it sparks. It does all the cool, like, we shot a radio in the movies thing. And then we just start hearing, like, you know when a sink is really low and it's draining at the very end of it, like
Yep.
that noise? That is happening as this creature is pulled into, like, something through the radio, and then leaves Leo's room. Dark, a lot of his furniture broken, still vaguely smells like iron in here, but the only blood left in this room is coming out of Leo.
I shout expletives.
Considering Leo still had that stinger right in him, doesn't he? First thing Leo's going to do, because he knows he needs to get the stinger out and it's going to hurt doing so. So he does his usual, and well, no, that might not work as well. Instead, he's going to Okay. Okay, here it is. Okay. I guess first things first, he needs to probably put up a shield on himself because he's going to hurt himself pretty badly with what he might attempt. Well, what he has to attempt, actually. Then, taking his spear that he can now finally grab. It's hooked. It's a hooked spear, basically. So he's going to use that hook to basically yank this stinger right out of himself. He needs that thing gone if he wants to heal himself, and he's going to get it out.
As soon as he attempts that, I'm going to try to to put pressure on his abdomen to keep him from bleeding out anymore.
Yeah, I don't even think you guys need to make rolls for this one. I think this is just pretty much... Yeah, it's gonna look violent, Leo. And with the shield up, like, yeah, you take damage, but you just don't feel it. And it's just like, It's out of you, Leo, and obviously there's first aid packs all around this place. The same way that most people have fire hydrants, you guys have first aid kits. No fire hydrants, like fire extinguishers. It's just not nowhere near enough fire extinguisher, turns out.
Never is enough.
But yeah, like Leo, are you who's bandaging? You bandaging yourself up, or you casting a spell for it?
He's gonna use magic to get rid of this because this is a little bandage might not work when he's got a stinger through his body. So,
That's fair.
so yeah,
Go ahead.
So he's basically going to heal himself to get rid of his injuries. So he has to basically hold on to the wound from both sides and just let the magic like cure him from there. So,
For sure. And like, yeah, this heals the wound like fully. But like, it does, yeah, heal all the hit points. Yep. But just for the rest of the game, like this does still hurt. It's still tender.
Yeah.
Like to stay in like the fiction. I was gonna ask everybody as a poll like earlier today, like not just you four, like if you considered your abilities magical, muscle, or technological. Like, cause like, do you like when you spend AP? Are you just calling upon like? Are you getting more power? Like, the thing we need to talk about at some point. It's not necessary right now.
I will say with Leo's case, a vast majority of them are magical. I think the only one that really isn't is improvise and R&D. Like those two are definitely tech based, but the rest of it is very magic.
I know like Pim's not magical at all, and all of her like moves that even though you might consider them magical, it's all just actually tech based, like tech and muscle based.
Yeah, yeah. Leo's mostly magic with a little bit of tech on his work, on his like abilities so far.
I know Soki's magic. Don't worry. Well, magic and kites, but at this point, his kites are basically magic. All right. So yeah. It would be muscle. It'd just be like muscle. So we're in Leo's room. Like, it's pretty beat up. There has been an alarm going off around the place. Everybody is starting to recover. Peanut has put together a decent like people like that are feeling well. Return. Everybody lays down. It seems like it was mostly contained to. The entire thing was contained to the Lockstitch Academy, and it really only affected people the most if they had their radio on at that time. So it's like we don't have to worry about like everybody getting hurt about it, but like the more you were listening to radio or the louder you were listening to radio, the worse this affected you.
Okay. Leo would finally get up from the ground, holding the spear, a little shaky, but he looks to the group.
I'm gonna
Thank
give him
you
a little
for-
squeeze, and I am so sorry, Kion. I did not mean for that to hurt you more than it did. Actually, I didn't mean for it to hurt you at all. I'm sorry.
Fine. I'll be fine. Is the rest of it contained? Is it all taken care of?
What it feels, yes, but yeah.
The frequency was very like Wasp and Bee related, so I imagine like Seth and maybe Ammon might know more about this in potentially, like what they might have to do, what might need to be like fixed up, because clearly something's wrong here, and especially since it's the buzzing might be something Buzzy Bee related potentially.
Definitely should go speak to Peanut regarding this.
Um, Leo looks to the other two, if they're all set as well.
There's just so much traffic happening right outside my window right now.
Beep beep.
Right. I'll actually just pull Peanut right in here.
Okay.
He's like, Peanut comes bursting in the room. Just like anomaly detector out, like looking around. He's just like, okay. He like goes up to Leo's radio. And then he's just like looks over at you. He's like, Office 11? Your apartment seems to be in disarray and the leading cause of this anomalous activity. Do you have any idea what's going on?
When switching the radio, sir, a certain frequency came about, a specific incessant buzzing that was more that brought about this. I'm not sure if you remember this. Do you remember that one nightmare during the autumn season? Do you remember any of it at all? He's seeing if Peanut remembers the whole like bee nightmare situation.
Oh yeah. Peanut will definitely he'll just shudder a little bit. He's just like, yes.
It returned briefly. It's been mostly taken care of. And Leo picks up the stinger. It left a present, however. And we feel like there must be some sort of source somewhere that needs to be nipped in the bud before this happens again.
He goes up to the stinger and he's just like, wasps again. He looks over and sees the other three of you in here. He's just like, Ammon, Isaac, Seth. Good to see you up. Anybody else injured?
No one but Leo right now.
I have a bit of a last-minute mission for you all. Other than this anomaly here in Lockstitch, we detected one coming from the Maor. Motions. With the help of Seth and Rennick's device, we can more easily pinpoint these massively destructive anomalies. Something is happening there. Something is happening deep there. It's like, we've recently gotten back on okay terms with the Maor. They are currently delivering blue honey still to Clem and Squishy's project. They have become a little bit more money focused, but nothing too alarming. Though they do have a decent sized group of militants. So be careful. It's just like, worst case scenario, it's just like, they hate us a little bit more than they did before. Best case scenario, we all get along again.
Any idea if there's something that we should do before we go to make it a higher chance of the word I can't think of right now? Success? That's the word.
Well, if this anomaly falls in line with the rest of them that we've been dealing with, I would recommend bringing guns. And big guns. We still have some of the weapons that the god hunters have given us. I would be careful. Things out there were dangerous before things got wild.
Trust me, I remember. Clem almost died.
Officer 11, are you good for this mission? Or do you need to be... Like, do you need to see the hospital?
Leo shook his head. I am ready to perform this mission as soon as possible. Sir.
I pulled out the wrong peanut one. This is not alarmed peanut. This is alarmed peanut.
Ah, there it is.
For safety.
Oh, of course. Safety peanut.
And he's just like, excellent. The ferry is outside. It will take you. Sadly, we are still missing the airship, missing the speedboat, and now it's like, and there's only 4 of you, so I don't think sending the sub out really works.
Understood. We'll make our way there right away.
Thank you for. And he hops down and he starts like running down the hallway, bursting into other people's doorways.
Is he running on all 4s or is he running on 2 legs? This is important.
No, he runs like a cat.
So definitely, yeah, all 4s. Isn't he just a cat?
He's just a cat.
He is just a cat.
I have a cat that tries to run on 2 legs. And it's fucking hilarious. So I want to imagine Peanut
I don't
being
think-
hilarious.
I don't think it's that quick though. He needs to be fast.
Yeah, right. He's speedy. He shoulder checks and like bursts into
Just ran.
Clem's room. He's just like, Clem,
Just
how are you
checking on
doing? Just Clem, completely asleep, missed the whole thing, just shaking Clem awake. Like grabbed by the collar of the pajamas.
everything. Oh no.
Just
Poor
shaking him awake. Clem, how are you doing? Are you alive?
Clem!
Poor Clem.
It's like, oh, thank God, that just literally leaves your room.
Just imagine him just like having Clem up by the collar and just immediately letting go so he falls back into the pillows.
Exactly that. It's just like, oh, you're fine. Cool. It's like, bursts into Kay's room.
Just going all over the place.
Kay fully having like a mental breakdown at all of the things happening, and just like Peanut just like doing the slap them back and forth. It's like, get your shit together.
Oh, good lord.
So we get to the Maor. Seth, this place does, and actually for Leo too, it is soothing again. Like as you get close to the town, you do smell fresh flowers again instead of the industry that had started taking over, if you recall. Like walking up and down the street, you see a mixture of the blue-furred Maor that we knew before, and now some of these like ones like walking around with big thick armor on, but they are no longer like trying to fight you guys on sight. You guys walk past them, they nod. This is the bar that started up. It's known as the Honey Hole. And there is also just the church, which I made, and now I have lost its token. So give me one moment. Now,
In church.
Seth, like in here, you get that nails on the chalkboard feeling from the church.
Mm.
Does it look any different?
Oh, 100%. That church doesn't look anything like it looked before. The church is now stone, where before it was like made out of wood and in a honeycomb pattern. The stone is very I think the best description I could use is very like Catholic church in style now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it. I made all the maps for the inside of it already, and just like the outside of it, just nope. Oh, here it is. I found it.
Oh, yay!
Come on, map, load. So also, because what you said you were looking at it, it is it used to be really close to other buildings, and now the church is separate from the other buildings. And not that like it moved or anything. Those houses that used to be there are abandoned. Like you can see like their doors are open, their windows are broken, some of them, and just like nobody's living in those.
Does it look like anybody is walking the street near there? Or is it just the streets are even empty there?
I would say the streets are pretty empty there.
Oh.
Like around where you guys are right now, there's plenty like there's people like going about their day. Some of them even recognize you and wave, like recognize you guys as like the Wanda crew or the Lockstitch, and like wave. Like, you see some people like bringing in like the honey that they've collected from the outer fields. And the town is like it's okay. It's much better than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those things you just keep like looking at that church over and over again. And then you guys hear a voice, and I'm pretty sure you guys have met him before. Which ones of you has met Willoughby?
Hmm.
I
Oh,
have.
Willoughby. It's been a while since we've heard that. Well, since I've heard that anyway.
Like Willoughby comes up behind you guys. He's just like, "You don't want to be here. Don't let him see you. Come on, look the other way and walk this way." As like Willoughby, small little bee guy, has a cask of like honey on his back almost all of the time. And then he's just like, but he is not looking at that church at all. He's like walking behind you guys, like looking the other way. That wasn't him, that was just a car.
Not even going to hesitate. Just going to look away and look at Willoughby, lead the way. Introductions can wait.
He motions you into the little bar. There's a fog bartender, don't worry about him. This one is Willoughby. This one is Gwendolyn.
Uh-uh.
And as you walk in, like it feels a lot less ominous in here. Like you guys all feel a little bit better, like just in general. Like it has not gotten rid of like. You guys still remember what happened at the Silver Thimble. That shit still sucked. It was still bad. You were still here on a mission, but like, it's almost like somebody took off the annoying like ominous backing track music. Like for a moment. And like they like welcome you guys in, like, whew, been a minute since any of you guys made it out here.
Yeah, Clem probably says hi.
Oh no, Clem's good. Like, we deliver him his honey all the time. We deliver Squishy his honey. Like, once in a while. But you guys can make it out here once in a while and just say hi. That's cool. That's fine. But I realize you guys are busy. What with those massive creatures that you've all been dealing with.
Have you had to deal with any of those?
We did. Then the groups were put together. Some of those big guys in the armor, like, the church put them together and they started hunting out monsters. They bring back their parts. It's like they've been keeping us pretty safe, but things are getting weird out there. Did you guys feel it?
I have, unfortunately. It. Have you been feeling so I take it you've been feeling that strange. Well, basically a buzzing that just isn't right. I suppose would be a good way to describe it.
It's like there's something behind the resonance.
I've experienced that unusual resonance firsthand too long ago. And it's kind of why we're here. We're trying to figure that out and try to find a way to correct that.
They look at you guys. Do you guys have any clues?
Well, from what I've figured out so far and what happened to me, it kind of manifested over unusual radio frequencies. So, for the time being, until we're certain that it is taken care of, please be careful if you use sound-based equipment or radios or anything of the like. If the frequency is off, it might manifest again.
Gwendolyn and Willoughby look back and forth at each other. And they're like, absolutely, just no more of the radio. That's fine for now. She's like, we've had some weird feedback issues since Cashel has made it back here, and he took over the church again. He's been running it really well, though. He keeps everybody nice and orderly.
Orderly.
Yeah, he removed those factories that they started building and began, like, setting up in the church his own way. And they're soldiers. We were just happy to get back to harvesting the blue honey.
Well, glad am I to see that you are back to what you love to do, or rather, what you prefer to do. But if, is that why everyone seems nervous to look to the church? Is it?
It's been like, it feels weird. Like, we all used to go to the church when we all worshipped Jesus, and then we had the falling out, and the church turned to the red, and now they serve to make her army greater for all of us, they say. And like, he takes a swig of his drink. Win the war against the ants. The war is sides and sides away. What use do we have in that? I just want to relax and drink my honey.
Leo looks to Seth over that, because Seth was very, is very much in tune with the words of Jesus. And he would ask Seth about this red, how it might connect to basically what happened earlier.
I bite my lip a little bit and look down and look back at Leo. A lot of things happened. You you know that thing that happened at Hymnal?
Mm-hmm. The
It's kind of connected to that a little bit. Just a little tiny bit.
I see. Basically, I know Seth's not saying it, but it's Leo could probably imply that the whole like situation with that museum with the gods and how they all got freed is what brought all this about.
I'm not gonna say that out loud in character
Yeah.
around.
Oh yeah, no,
here.
I'm not. Yeah, no, I get that, but it's basically what he's implying.
Yes, that's what I'm implying.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Okay.
I don't want to get the crap beat out of me.
No, that's not something to say like out in public. But yeah, like I feel like that, like Leo would understand basically what he's referring to. So basically, something with that church is the issue then, that they need to figure out, or at least try to learn from it and see what they can do there.
Is it taboo to go there right now?
Is it taboo to go to the church? No. It just, if you guys want to ask them questions about the church, we definitely can.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, right?
Probably should.
They're right here. Gwendolyn and Willoughby are right here. They're not trying to keep secrets from you.
Sounds good. So yeah, because the whole red freaking wasp is all. Come on, there's got to be some sort of connection. So yeah, they probably will ask the two about the church if they can.
All right, real quick lore dump time.
Oh boy.
So what happened was Cashel was arrested in Hymnal due to events, and they both like just roll their eyes. Like he believed he could reconnect us with an old way. It's just like, but we were so good, everything was chill. But then he was just like, he was convinced he needs to like go get him free, set him free, set him free. And it's just like, oh, and what did he do? He released a bunch of gods of war. Ridiculous. And one of them came here, like telling us we had to serve her. So we started to, and like it was getting crazy. And then you guys showed up, and they got a little nervous about our connection with you all, so they backed off. And Cashel came back and he scared the rest of them away. It's like, that dude is strong. And like, he was speaking from the heart. He was pious again. He was speaking a bunch of the red stuff. Like, a lot of like the goddess of war situation. We weren't really that. And like Gwendolyn and Willoughby, we're not really into that. So we're just harvesting the blue honey. And he's cool with it. He lets us rock. But lately, those groups have been going out and coming back with body parts. They think we don't see them because still most people don't come out at night, but they sneak them into the church. They built a radio tower in the steeple of the church as well. That's probably what you picked up. But something's going on in there. But if you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask.
So it sounds like it's going to be incredibly difficult to try to do this without causing any issues. Is it? Do Did you see what types of parts they are? I know probably not, but did they seem of certain types of creatures, or just it's all random?
It's mostly wasps at the
I
beginning.
had a feeling.
They went and gathered the corpses, the remaining corpses that you all left in the jungle, and then once they knew how, they began bringing them down of their own accord. It's like some of the guards are becoming bigger and bigger by the day, just monstrous in of themselves. And like, I appreciate them. I saw one of them take down one of those 13 all by himself. It's like, but they bring them back in wagons. And it's just like the parts aren't just like the claws, but the insides. But then, a couple weeks ago, no wait, a week ago I think, time wise, they brought back one, and I swear I heard it buzzing underneath the tarp that they had it. They never bring them back alive. We heard the buzzing in that carriage, and then they stopped sending any of them out to hunt any more monsters. I haven't seen a single wagon in a week.
Have you seen anyone go in and out of the church since then?
Not since then, no. Big sip.
They probably wanted still buzzing one for the radio itself then. So just being built in the church. Buzzing probably helped build the frequency. And if they're using the insides and the outside parts, they are using that on themselves. This is getting a bit too out of control by the sound of this, and we need to figure this out. We need to stop this then.
So what's going to be the best way to shut this down?
The main thing we need to deal with is their radio tower. The radio is a bit. We have already we've confirmed this time and time again just how powerful having a good radio frequency can be. And if they're using it for this, for all we know, they might be using this to try to, quote unquote, convince that the war is already on these sides when they clearly aren't. And it's just their frequencies causing these attacks to happen and make it seem like it is an attack on all sides when it hasn't been.
So do we want to start going in aggressive, or do we want to seek out a meeting?
If it is safe to visit this church, like they mentioned it's safe to at least visit the church, doing a little visit wouldn't hurt to learn what we might have to deal with. And possibly get some ideas on where to look as soon as we do. But until that radio tower is gone, these kind of attacks can happen to anyone. And, well, I might have survived, barely. With you all helping me, like I probably wouldn't die anyway. But the point is, if it happens to regular citizenry, well, they won't have this kind of luck. So we have to go there to see what we can find out. Try to be amicable on our first little look-see to see what we can learn, and then figure out how to put a stop to it ourselves.
So first go around, kind of be friendly then.
Mm-hmm.
So Ammon, do you think we have, pardon the pun, good cards on the table for this kind of run?
Well, this morning or earlier, I'm afraid to say that I had the tower show its face, but that might not be our foundations crumbling. I could see it interpreted in a way that we're destroying the tower essentially. So I'm tentatively optimistic.
Isaac, you got any book smarts that you think would help with taking down the radio tower? Once, we've spoken to them?
Nothing that I can immediately think of, but honestly, for us to do anything, I think we should just go and, at the very least, if necessary, pretend to be peaceful, but ready for whatever might happen, because, let's be honest, we don't want a repeat of last time.
Yeah. I'm going to pretend that I am not procrastinating. But I guess we probably shouldn't wait until later, should we?
No time like the present.
So we know that we're gonna go here first, but then this is the. Are we just gonna go like in? Just open the front door, go on in.
I mean, it's a church. You should be able to just walk in.
No, I mean yeah, the door is unlocked. Michelle is standing at the pulpit, and he is looking at 2 jars of this red viscous. And he looks up and he's like, "Ah, Seth." And he like sets the thing down. He's like, "I thought I felt something." And he like looks around the room. It does feel a little odd in here. And he like looks over at Ammon and then Leo and then Isaac in turn. Are we hashing out a new trade deal? What brings Lockstitch to my humble abode?
I just wanted to catch up, and I look panicked at Leo.
Well, I haven't been here in quite a while, and it seems a lot has changed since my last visit. And frankly, I've not heard about this new until today. It's the way they put it was the red. Is that the
The Red Queen.
I've never heard about this Red Queen myself. And well, upon hearing something about it in the radio, well, curiosity got the better of me.
Ah, the pious sort, are we? And you see him like push back like his sleeves up over his elbows. And he's just like, absolutely, I understand the curiosity in the Red Queen. And he puts both of his hands into the jars that he has and he pulls them out like red and sticky. And he's like, please, step forward, be anointed so that the Red Queen may see you.
Let's learn a little bit more first. Always up for learning.
He's like, you will learn all that you need. Please step forward. And like, these two step forward. Like, they step to the bottom of the stairs.
For the sake of this mission, Leo will step forward. He could understand the others not doing it. It's fine, but Leo's gonna step forward for this whole learning thing.
Michelle looks at Leo and like he says, I feel a darkness in you. And he puts his hand like very much like all like on your face. Like his hand gets big enough to cover your entire face, and you just have a handprint from like temple to chin. And it's warm, but like that's not the part that's like a big deal. It's the fact that you don't feel your skin coated in anything. This goes through your skin and permeates. And when when he pulls his hand off, you just have a red print on your face, and you are now under the effects of blood honey. You will deal twice as much damage, and you will take twice as much damage for the remainder of the game.
Mm-hmm. At least he knows it's a at the moment it's a temporary thing, but he'll need to be careful.
And he like pats you on the shoulder and stands you up. Like you feel like good. You feel like you would take the world on. Like Leo, can you roll me a 20 side? Roll me two 20-siders. And I think it's your resolve that gets you that second one.
17.
Yeah, well, they're both good anyway. But it's like you feel it. There's like something in you that is like churning you to like keep going. Like you must attack the biggest, strongest thing in this room. Attack it, attack it, attack it, attack it. And then in the background, you just say, help me.
Huh? Leo like would hear that, but then he hears that last part. It was help me, correct?
It was help me.
Hey? I've heard words after you've given me the mark.
Of course, we all hear it. The spirit of the blood honey. And he like starts beating his chest, and it's like the other two start like beating their chest too, and you feel the rhythm that they like every time they hit themselves, you feel it. Not like it doesn't hurt, but like it's just like one pulse, one pulse, one pulse, one pulse is what they kiss are saying.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, next, step forward.
I want to look over Leo and... You okay, little boss?
Leo would look to the others. There were multiple voices I've heard during it. One was particularly different than the others. He said that like actually considering basically Seth in particular. He would say this in particular. Hold up, let me okay, there we go. He would look to Seth in particular and he would say Ephraim, basically like this, which I believe because basically Seth would know from Leo's language because they have been basically talking to each other more often. Ephraim, basically in his language, just means help me. But he's saying it in his language that way. The other folk, these three, don't realize what he's saying because he feels like that might trigger something of a negative response with these three.
Mm-hmm. Ammon and Isaac, can you guys roll me 20-siders?
Ooh, 17 from Isaac. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
18.
Oh yeah, both of you guys
Yeah.
Isaac, like while all of this is going on, you can see like all over this building is like this is new construction, a lot of it. Well, the whole building is completely new construction. But you see like a stonemaker's mark. Like somebody took pride in one of the pillars, and like as you approach it, you notice immediately that's an alchemist's mark.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
So I like the concept of the secretive organization is still like, no, I really like this pillar. I've got to sign it.
Like, I did such a good job with this. I gotta sing. Someone's gotta know. Someone has to know. This is my work.
Ammon, with your 18, like, does Ammon feel spirits? I don't think we've dealt with Ammon and spirits.
Ooh.
I want to say that Ammon would have, at the very least, a vague or like a beginning understanding of spirits.
I'm sorry. I was completely wrong with how I wanted to deal with this. Give me one second. I know exactly how Ammon would deal with this. Looking at these guys,
Oh,
for Ammon, they are going back and forth between being two different like kinds of people. You see absolutely ferocious people standing there. Instead of like the 4 feet tall or 5 feet tall that they are suddenly 8 feet tall and huge and menacing, and they are dripping this viscous red goo as they are staring at you. They smell so much of just blood. And then they go back to just kind of being their cute little guys wearing their red outfits.
Mm-hmm.
I would like, if allowed, to spend 3 AP and use insight on the main guy.
Yeah, what's insight say?
You get into the mind of a nearby creature discovering a prominent intention. Either learn something the creature intends to do, learn something they intend to accomplish, or learn something they intend to do to a specific creature.
Yeah, give me a 20-sider.
Yeah.
12, alright. So, yeah. You can guess me 2 things, and I'll answer them completely honestly about it.
What this creature intends to do in the next 10 minutes.
In the next 10 minutes, he intends to leave this room. Intends to do. Depends on how many he gets of you to agree to taking the red. But he's going to try to convince you all to take the red, and then he is going to pump influence into it to try to get you under his control. And then he plans to take you down below for studies.
And what is this creature's long-term goal?
His long-term goal is to like make one unify, like his long-term goal is to kill to kill the Ant Queen. And wipe ants out of the world. It's like he will retake his home. He will retake the apiary.
Mm-hmm. With a little bit of an extinction plan going.
They will wipe out the weak, the coddled, the fluffy, the fuzzy, the comfortable.
Wow.
Not gonna say the H name. I'm not gonna say it.
It's just like they will destroy all the ants, the wingless ones, and the winged abomination varieties. Ugh. He has a very just like Ammon, you rolled a 12, so I'm not gonna like make you have to like hide it, but like he's got some gross plans, and all of them are dripping with blood. All of his plans are dripping with blood.
Yeesh.
Ammon is going to use Whisper to telepathically just describe what he felt to Seth and Isaac.
Mhm.
Roll me a 20-sider, because normally that wouldn't be a 20-sider, but because of the nature of where we are, telepathic conversations fun. Oh no, okay, it worked perfectly.
Wow. Nice.
God damn.
Like, you tell them
I'm amazing.
exactly what's going on, but you learn another thing about it. There is something corrupting the resonance in here. Like, you feel the telekinetic like thing becoming corrupted. Like, on the way to Isaac, your message was getting changed and scrambled, like, into something to make Isaac hate, to make Isaac like start killing right now, immediately. That's what it was trying to do, and it was very much nowhere near good enough. And the same for Seth. Like there's something in the airways, but yet you are completely clear of it. And not only did you get the message to them, you can get the message that something else is in here, and to be careful with telekinesis going forward. You don't have to be. You know how to avoid it. Like,
Yeah,
Kishel doesn't even like get the
give that warning.
Mhm.
Kishel doesn't even get the slightest like hint that were in his mind, or that you are passing that information around. And Kishel hand off on Leo. And he's just like, "You know another want to take the oath with me. If you are scared, we could give you a tour."
I think a tour would be nice.
Graven.
I
You
want
go
to.
ahead.
This goes to you, GM. I want to keep in mind that this is a passive. I do not turn it off. It's just a passive. Like this guy isn't. He's not passive. Haha, I made a joke.
Oh yeah, that's a passive, but you still have to make the roll to try to do it. Like, that is what's going on all the time when you ask questions and stuff like that. But you still got to ask the questions. Right now, what you can gain is he wants to get you all to agree, to like accepting the red print, and he believes that he can fully control you guys once that's available. He thinks he has Leo under control right now.
Oh. Actually, it would be. Oh, I'm so tied on this. I do want him to trust us. I'll say this out loud. I do want to follow what my leader and boss has done, and he seems to trust you all, and I want you to trust us. So as a show of goodwill, polytheism does exist. I will accept this. I want to make this back to the DM. I want to make very clear that I am being very diligent about what this feels like. And if it starts to seep, I want to use that labyrinthian mind.
Oh yeah, just give me a 20-sider. Yeah, absolutely. It will pull you in. It does not change your the way that you think. You do feel it going into you, as you will now take twice as much damage and deal twice as much damage.
I give a very slight bow, and look back to Leo and give him just the tiniest thumbs up, but it's with a tendril, so it's just kind of a little wiggly. And I look at the other two, and if you want to wait, that's absolutely understandable. We can go ahead and look through the church now if we're permitted.
Like, absolutely. Like, just this way. And Craven will like lead you further. We'll go to this door. Warlord. I'm sorry. I meant to call you Isaac, but then I called you Warlord, and then I overcorrected, called you Rico, and messed up twice. So with the wires for the tower go up this way. For the record, they are trying to lead you guys down this way to show you some of the rooms. So I'm just telling you guys that only because you said that you were going to take out the tower. Are we all going to follow Craven back into the back room?
I think it's at least I am. What about you guys? Are the other two little disciples following as well?
Craven's the only one. Cashel will not be coming.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, Isaac's gonna go follow down.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ammon?
I'm not sure if I have any ability to sneak off and try to go up the tower, so I think just on the safe side, Ammon's going to follow.
That makes sense. So, you guys are showing around, and like in the back rooms, you guys do see a bunch of like really nice things. Like, Craven showed you, it's just like, this is where we take our like confessionals, and this is where like there's our little garden, and like the garden is pretty gross at this point, but like it could have been a good garden at some point in time. And you see a bunch of like artwork and like all over the walls. They are all depicting pretty savage scenes of ants being ripped apart by bees and bee-like creatures.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my mistake. Jesus Christ.
You see armor like on armor stands that looks very just much like what they're wearing right now, that it's like clearly designed for like anti-ant eye. And then like you come into this room, and on the walls are metal, not metal, but like golden records, kind of like the ones that we saw, Ammon, that you saw before with Krieg.
Damn it.
But like on the edges, they are like buzz saws. They look brutal. And like Craven's just like, and this is our record room, recently added. It's just like, as you can see, we've recorded only the most beautiful of war cries or sadistic screams of our enemies, whatever we can get our hands on. She's like, and that completes the tour. We're gonna turn around and head back if you don't mind. If you guys want to sign the guest book, it's right here. And he pushes a guest book in front of you.
I want to look at Isaac.
And these records are safe. These quote unquote records are safe to say are what they're using for the little radio frequencies. I get the feeling.
Is there any other writing on the guest book at all?
Yeah, there's like signs. The last person that came in here was Florence, and they have like a really flowy signature. Is the last person on that list?
Is there anything written that's just names, though? There's nothing else.
No, it just says guest book on the top, and then like there's just I'm gonna say like probably like 11 names, basically just normal names: John, Keith, Tom, Smith, Sam, not Samuel. And then like at the bottom is just Florence. Florence must have really bad handwriting though, because like when she or when they finish the last letter, there's just a big scratch with a pen up the page.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a 20-sider, all four of you, please.
Okay.
Oh God.
Isaac's turn for a 1. Woo.
Thank you, Isaac, as the floor opens up and drops you all.
Damn it. I didn't get to sign guest book.
It's like, ah!
Oh, that's why you couldn't get. Aw, Seth just wanted to sign the guest book, man. Y'all rude.
Yeah, this feels right.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, this makes sense.
On the bright side, at least we didn't fall into a pit of spikes.
I can't tell if that would be worse or better than our current situation.
All right. So, as Isaac turns to like look at the book, and we see it say just Florence. Like I think we just see Isaac like look at the pen mark that goes up the page. It's like, oh shit, and then like the whole thing falls out. And then you guys land in bones and body parts. Isaac, you take 4 damage as like you feel your ankle twist in a very bad way. The rest of you all rolled it. Okay, you all at least did not fail, so you can land. Like you got to be down here, but you landed. Seth landed just fine.
Which one of you landed on my ankle?
If I landed on your
No.
ankle, you would be.
Sorry.
Is the trapdoor still open?
It is not.
Damn it. Gonna check on everybody. Isaac, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
I totally believe that.
Like all around you guys, you can feel despair. Like Leo, the resonance that you get down here, and like if you see a spirit, if you can feel a spirit, it's just sadness or darkness. um like like resolve to being that this is their life or this is their death, as these people have been horrifically tortured. Yeah, that imagine if somebody's been stung by 1,000,000 bees
Oh, lovely.
and like their whole body swelled up. That's that one.
Mm-hmm. And guess the first thing the group needs to do then is figure out if there's an alternate way out of here. Then, compared to just the trapdoor.
I offer Isaac a hand up and see if he needs. Do you need assistance?
He takes the hand up and just kind of, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
You're a terrible liar. All right. Are we just in a square room, or is there anything else?
This is a very like tall room. You probably fell 4 floors.
Mm-hmm.
The room it doesn't have a door. You can see a spot where a ladder looks like it might be like dropped down in the wall, like here. Like you can see where like its scrape marks are.
Mm-hmm.
There are there's a bucket on the floor next to you that has unspeakable things in it, and then a bucket on the other side that looks like it has unspeakable things but might be considered food.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no. I'm gonna
What?
start pushing on the bricks.
Where the ladder leads up to, is there like a certain spot where it stops?
Yeah, it stops at like a this huge not stack of wood, but like wooden plates, like it's been boarded up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this can probably be open. Okay. Let's see if I got something that can break that. I might actually. Seth,
Yes, sir.
I have a feeling we need to get through these wooden planks up there. Could you get me up there?
I could try. How tall is that? Where those are at? About how high?
I would say it's about 12 feet off the ground.
Oh, that's no problem. I just pick him up and have him reach. Hold him. Just hold him with my arm things.
Just stretching.
Just stretching, going on the lifting up a little higher on the tentacles, so it's should be tall enough without a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a 20 setter.
To
Which
get
one of
this
us?
thing.
Oh no, sorry. Like once you're up there, like yeah, you see slats and slats of wood. They're nailed to something like on the outside of this room.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
So it's nailed to the stone wall, basically.
To the foundation, to the wood rafters around the stone. So, like, yeah, you could break those off if you needed to.
That's what Leo intends to do.
All right.
Leo puts
I
his
can give you that
goggles
20
on.
setter.
Yeah, Leo puts his goggles on, and I'll use 2 AP, and the group will see him pull out a tiny, teeny, tiny little hammer. Right here. I'll just. Oop, that's not what I want to do. Wrong button. Let me just paste it. Basically, Alan, he's using this little Sigma-jiggy. He's using it to break the stone section around the like the wood rafters, to basically knock this whole thing down. This
Oh,
whole like
absolutely.
wooden wall down.
So they start falling around the room.
First time I ever
Is that
actually
a-
got to use that hammer.
Right? Yeah, you guys see a pretty clear cut whole lot of it. This body down here starts to like bulge up.
Oh,
No, 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 no.
Oh no.
Is its body made of worms? Or is
No, it's
that... Okay, thank God.
no, don't worry. All of what we thought was sores on this thing from like bee stings, right? Yeah, start popping,
ew.
and his internal organs start coming out with wasp wings on it. So imagine like intestines just dripping gunk now have wings and are coming out of this body.
That's gross.
Don't worry, I got another one.
Ammon fully believing that Nyx is punishing him for having sent him here.
And these little guys are just flying all around the room. I think like jellyfish. So nobody actually has to take damage, but how do we see the moment of one of them flying past you, you guys? And oh yeah, it flies past you and like goes after Ammon, but it just Ammon, you dodge out of the way just in time to see it like hit this piece of wood, and just like jellyfish with thousands of little stingers sticks into this wood and just rips the wood apart as it does a like flyby situation, like buzzing around, getting ready to do it again.
Gross.
Ew.
So I'd say they're about like the size of like a soccer ball, but they look like
My.
they're made out of you know, internal organs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're a lot bigger than I was thinking. For some reason, I was just thinking of mosquitoes.
Oh no, no, like at least like this creature's stomach is one of them, and then the other one is his intestines all like coiled up. But like you can see the covering the coiled intestines are just like long, spiky. They look like wasp stingers, but that doesn't make sense with the anatomy.
Okay, real fast. Are those bars made of metal?
Oh no, those bars ain't even there.
Oh,
Like
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
like that's a straight shot. We can get right outside this room.
all right. Yeah, let's get out of here, please.
Oh, these like if you attempt to make it out of here, they will get a free attack on you.
Okay. I don't.
I could try to make this easier for you all to attack them if you need them to. Okay, there's a lot of little things there. So what Leo is going to do, which I think Isaac might be familiar with this strategy. He's seen it once before, quite a while back. Leo is going to use a magical sigil to attract the bugs to a certain section of the room, to try to like basically hold them in place. It's been a while, but it's, I believe, back in season 1. Woo, flashback. This was used to keep a bunch of red caps in place to get shot down.
Yep.
And that is basically what Leo's going to do here.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me that 20-sider.
Ducky? $15.
All right, 15. Leo, you get there. Like, what's the sigil look like? And like, to draw in something this vile, what does it look like?
Hmm. Um, to make it a particular attractant for these weird things, and how they seem to be so drawn to like the red, that weird red honey. If there's still some, like, I imagine it's on his face, right? The
Yeah, it's
mark,
on your
like,
face, yeah.
so he's taking some of that paint off to draw that sigil. And since it's supposed to look like these creatures more or less, I guess he's gonna draw. He's gonna basically do a quick like blue, like kind of like smeared art, like drawing of like the weird wasp thing that attacked him. to
Oh,
make
the
to
weird
make
wasp thing from your room? All right, yeah, absolutely. And like, yeah, you see him go to it. Like they fly past it, and like the thing like raises its arm, like looks like it's raising its arm to embrace them, and it like tucks them into itself, even in just the image, and like that's what you see that they're out over there doing. Like as they get closer to each other, they start like their heartbeats start beating as one, and you can just see the membranes around them and their veins look bloop 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 bloop, and you hear the bloop 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 bloop.
Mhm.
But yeah, you guys can get the fuck out of here. Don't worry about what this is gonna happen. What's gonna happen here?
Gross.
Great idea.
Just gross.
Run away!
Oh, absolutely. You guys scatter up it, and you are in these halls. Hold on, let me get my map up because I know like knowing where you guys are is important. All right. So you guys do have a door to your left, a door to your right, and a door straight in front of you. Like on the floor is this this is not the honey, Leo. This is blood.
Hmm.
Like
Gross.
Ammon and Seth, great horrors happened here. And like you guys can both feel it. Leo probably can feel it too.
Mhm. Right? The spirits, the little resonance on the spirits probably the spirits are all sorts of out of whack, I imagine.
Oh, for sure. Like this whole place is terrible. Like in the back of your head, you're feeling that ominous tone again.
Mhm.
Which way do we want to go, guys? Or how would you like to figure out which way to go?
Mhm.
Which has the most blood under the door?
I would probably say it's actually straight ahead of you. Straight ahead of you has the most blood coming from it.
I don't think we should go in that one.
Valid assessment.
Right is always right. If nobody else has any opinion, this place is stinky. I'm scared. I don't like this. I'm gonna go right.
Are we all going right? Is that the
If
choice?
Seth is going right, then yeah, Amon's just gonna follow.
Mhm. Yeah, it's best we stick together.
Did I put you guys? Now we get to deal with some of Darkest Dungeon's favorite things.
I just realized
Obstacles in the middle of hallways.
I
There's a
think there's only
stack. Go ahead.
one person here wearing shoes.
Yep.
Oh no! Amon doesn't wear shoes.
Having fun, Amon?
Uh,
Betty's doing great. Oh, so that's a lot of barrels, by the way.
There are barrels stacked in front of you. Most of these barrels, like all of these barrels are sealed. They're terribly sealed, for the record.
Mm-hmm.
They are leaking onto the ground. This is the blood honey in here. Beyond this, one second. Beyond here, there is a doorway. You guys can see that beyond here, and you get the feeling that something is resonating from that room that way. There is a way to go back out and go around, like because you see entrances from on one or the other sides, and on the other side there is two. There are two of those guards. They do not know that you escaped from your place yet. Like they thought the organ monsters were going to eat you, or at least you guys would make a lot of noise fighting those, but you didn't. So in front of you, there is just a stack of barrels leaking the blood honey. They are blocking you from the room that you got to go to. If you make too much noise, those guards on the other side will hear you first.
Mm-hmm.
Or you guys can just go around. Up to you completely.
I'm going to take this moment to address you all right now. Obviously, act of hostility. We were dropped into some sort of dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure that we're all clear about how we all want to proceed from here on.
Meaning?
Meaning, in the event of a conflict, how do we plan as a group to engage?
It depends on if we're outside or inside.
Fair enough.
Outside, I'm going to eat everything I see. But inside, I can't transform. So, well, at least into the thing I don't want to. We have to be quiet. And do any of you have arrows? Bows and arrows?
Leo draws his bow. In fact, Seth would know this is the bow he gave Leo as a gift.
Oh, I remember that now.
Leo looks to these two guards, and I'm guessing the group is considering taking them down before they have a chance to like retaliate.
Real fast. Forge just came in. There's a bug warning in this game.
Oh yeah, there's lots of bugs and icky stuff. Just a heads up, yo. Yeah. Just giving a heads up ahead of time. All right. Let's see then. I think. Okay. Leo would take that bow of his, and with how they're stacked, he can see basically that they are there. And Leo intends to take them down as basically, if possible, in one shot. If it is not possible to take them down in one shot, Leo does look to Isaac. If it doesn't work, will you provide assistance?
Just silently draws his revolver.
And the others, if they have any like ranged attacks, to be ready to like try to basically help out if need be.
Ammon will ready one of his scintillate cards.
Okay.
What's the shot that you're trying to take them both out? Like, how's that lined up?
Considering the sure shot bow is a magical bow meant to be like magically accurate, he is using 2 AP to activate its effect. Let me put the bow down. The sure shot. Ippy, this thing. like obviously mechanically it's meant to prevent like other things from happening. But it sounds like the magic itself is like the arrow itself gets magical for it to be like that kind of pinpoint accurate kind of deal. And if it connects, I have an idea in mind that will work to hit the other one.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me that roll.
Okie dokie. I got. It's been a while since there was a game where I feel like I could throw a bunch of cards in it. So I'm in the mood to throw some cards.
All right. You landed the 12. You can buff that up to a triumph though, right? Is that what it's saying? Yeah.
I have a couple of ideas. I have a couple of cards in mind. But yeah, one of them is the triumph, so that it can do the high damage. So as Leo infuses the magic into the bow, he mutters like a little set of words in his own language before he fires it out. When the attack connects, before it connects, like as it's moving towards, halfway between the two of them. Where's the card? Because I know I got this. Oh wait, search engines. I mean search bar. It makes it easier instead of me looking.
I think I know what card you're looking for. Are you looking for multi-ball?
I do, because I have it. And as like halfway from the arrow getting in between the both of them, it suddenly splits into two to hit both of the guards at the same time. So
It's like, where did you hit them? When this kills them both, where are their arrows? Are they like, because they're both just like with arrows in their throat situation, or is this like Princess Mononoke where you shot it and it took somebody's head clean off?
Knocking the head clean off sounds fun.
I thought you were going to say that one of the arrows pins one of them to the wall. Straight
No,
through the head.
It might pin the head to the wall, but not the body. But yeah, it's definitely taking. Yeah, at the moment, Toki, it's double damage, and yeah, it's
Yeah, you just did like, so what is it? So you did 4, but with an arrow, but then it turns into 8 because of a triumph, and then it turns into 16 because of your double damage. So it's like in total it was 32. Just like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like they're dead over there. One of them's just like top half of its head completely removed, tongue lolling on the ground. There's still a bunch of barrels in front of you guys, but I don't know if that's how we climbing around the barrels.
How tall are the barrels?
They go all the way to the ceiling. They're packed pretty tightly. Like they started using this room as storage. You can actually tell based on the liquid on the ground that the next room over is where they load these barrels full of whatever's in them.
Mm-hmm. Which of these barrels seem particularly empty?
I would say there's one like this one bottom right here, and this one in. On the other side, you can see that it's kind of like it's got the cask lever that those guys have been drinking pretty heavily out of it. So it's like half empty.
Gotcha. So Leo's going to basically to get it open, and for everybody and for folks to pass through, because these look like some very big barrels. He's going to use improvise to use his spear as basically like a cutting tool to get the barrel open, like basically it's like a circular opening, and then do the same thing on the other side for the folks to crawl through. And if there's any like extra honey, drain that first, because yeah, folks don't want to be touching that shit.
Yeah, for sure. Like just like splashing. It's all over the floor, guys. Like, and it smells. It just smells like metal. So inside this barrel, there was definitely some bones and some like chitin from other insects.
Lovely.
Oh.
That's the red honey. Lovely, lovely stuff.
Little mushrooms in here too, just like, but like you look closer to them. Like the more you look at them, it's just like, oh no, those are some of the mushroom people.
Oh, they're using sentient creatures for this stuff too. Lovely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I want to show that like that is what like sentient, non-sentient, whatever it is, they will throw it in these barrels.
Cool. Gross.
You guys
Leo.
were destined for a barrel.
Leo has no guilt
This-
at decapitating the other two.
You know, what if we just
His
blew up the
amnesia.
church?
Okay, question. Are you asking that out of character or in character?
That was in character.
cool.
No,
I think
they
that's a great idea. But I have a feeling Kay would be okay with this. It's not a library.
the evidence needs to be preserved. Let the world see what they've done. Blowing up this church really won't give us that kind of closure for them. They could just consider it an act of terrorism amongst us.
Very good point. Really good point.
So,
So-
and Leo would get to crawling through. Come on, everyone. We have a mission to finish.
I want to check on Isaac again. He doesn't have like the broken ankle or the sprained ankle was there's no open sore, right? It's all internal.
That's up to him. But
Yeah,
it's just sprain ankle.
Yeah, just sprain ankle.
Okay. Just the really bad thought of that this stuff getting into any open wounds is not a good thought.
So, in the next room, you guys can hear a light buzzing and like rattling and then dripping.
How big is that door?
It's big. It's a big door. It's really, really big. I think I pretty much got you guys to scale. Yeah, like if you guys are like normal, like I know that Seth is taller than everybody else, but still about that size. It's a big door, and like Isaac, there are more markings down here that this is ancient. Like whatever was here is ancient, but also not from anything that you've seen in Liminal up to this point. Not in Liminal, seasonal up to this point. Like, it looks like it's from somewhere else and just brought here. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But yeah, there's a big old door, and there's some buzzing, and then there's some more buzzing. We're
Is
just
that the
gonna
only
go
door?
through the big door?
Is there anything else besides that door in here?
Roll me a 20-sider. Alright, yeah, I mean, good news. You did not get ambushed by it from it being in the other, by being in a smaller room where it could ambush you. Bad news is, it detaches from the ceiling and like flies down at immediately at Seth. Now, here's your tough choice, Seth. Dodge and warn everybody else. Dodge and it's gonna make an attack, but it will not hit you. It can hit anybody else. This is not like you dodging and letting them get hit. It is like you're the first one to see it. Now the other choice is stand your ground and counterattack, and it's going to attack just you.
I am gonna do that one.
All right. Roll me a 20-sider. I'm going to roll a 20-sider too. This is its attack on you. It's got a tough choice. And you've got a success. All right. So it wants to number one thing it's going to try to do is impale you in your collarbones with like meat hook style front claws. That's what it wants to do. What do I have to agree to for you to get hit by this thing?
Since it's, I don't know if this is allowed because it would require somebody else. I mean, I don't know if that's fair, but since it's on me, and if it is able to attack me, then somebody else in this group can get a free shot on it.
I think a free shot's too strong. They could make an attack roll.
That's what I meant.
Okay, that's fine then. All right, yeah. So what did your attack look like to hit it before it sinks those claws into your collarbones?
I want to use this again, but I don't think it's a good idea. I have I apologize. Give me a tick. I greatly apologize, guys. I do not have as many abilities as I used to, so it makes me confused. You know what? I'm gonna do it again. Heck it. I am gonna go ahead and use those chains again because it's the first thing that comes to my mind now. As it sinks its teeth into me, I bind it to myself bind it to myself and the ground because the chains are fairly large, and just use those chains again and just have it tether inside its flesh and chitin go right through it and just try my damnedest to keep it from moving and attacking the others.
Yeah, all right. So it's going to pierce through you and deal 6 damage. As those claws get into you, Seth, you feel it pumping something into you as well. Oh, fuck. Seth, you took the red.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it would one shot you unless you have. Oh wait, but you're a thingy, right?
I have the thingy.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
shot from earlier.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, did you take the shot?
Yeah, when we mentioned it at the beginning of the episode.
Okay. Absolutely. So, like, Seth, it wraps around you, like, with its bottom legs, and it pierces through your collarbones with its top, like, almost praying mantis. Rude. Almost praying mantis, like, foreclaws. And, like, as it's just, like, pulling back on Seth. Now it is chained to Seth. Like, right now, Seth, like, you hit the 0 HP and then just come right back. Like able to force the your flesh knitting itself back together is pushing yourself free from the pincers. But in this moment, this thing is super confused, has no idea what's going on. Which of you other three want to make an attack on it right now?
I'll fucking do it.
All right. Give me that roll. Give me 2d20. Unless this one's really good and you don't want a chance of 1. All right.
I'm gonna chance it. Fuck
All
you.
So what did it look like? What was the attack?
Seeing it go after Seth, I feel like Isaac was just a little too close and dodged out of the way. and reflexively just started unloading shots into it.
So yeah, it's like we see like the big holes appear in it. Like it's still like screaming at you, very T1000-esque, but with blood. The holes start to refill and stitch themselves together. You still did some damage to it. I'm not saying you did no damage, but it is like you can tell that this thing regenerates and is tough. Like you did 4 damage to it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. Leo and Ammon, what you guys got? There's something going on in this room beyond you. As this thing has started attacking, you guys start to hear like low chanting, almost like rhythm. It's like it almost sounds like throat singing, because it sounds almost like less about words and more about tones, much like humming, but just louder, coming from the room beyond you. But yeah, whoever wants to go ahead.
Ammon will throw a scintillate card. And yes, make it explode in its face.
Alright, give me that 20 setter. Alright. Low rolls forever. Oh. It explodes. Like it goes towards his face. This is a fun way to do it. The puddle of blood that from Seth's wounds, like before his rebirth thing, that was a gnarly attack, everybody. Basically like ripped oh, category up? Okay. Give me 1 second.
It's a tough choice now.
So your tough choice, Ammon, is you know something else is coming. Something is going to come flying out of this room over here, like a tidal wave. Something is coming. Now, you can stay here, help this fight, or you can go try to stop whatever's the ritual in the other room. But you know there's a ritual in the other room. Seth isn't going to be able to come help you because he's chained to this monster. But like, you're going to be the only one in there for right now if you want to try to stop it. Or you can stay and fight out here.
Don't tell Kay, and Ammon's gonna run in.
So you run into this other room.
Oh no! Look at the little bubby!
And Cashel is standing in a room, like chanting to these vials. Like all of the other ones, empty. One of them has a creature that can only be described as a long bee.
Long bee! Gotta save the long bee!
Inside that vial, you can see the long bee, mostly not hurt, cramped, but not wounded. It is buzzing, and as it buzzes, the Cashel holds up what looks like a tuning fork, but that thing is gross. It feels terrible. You see sliding around the outside of this tuning fork is corruption. And the bee's buzzing like hits the tuning fork, and then Cashel like points it at this massive Oh, I'll show you because it takes a different one. Like points it at this puddle in the floor, and you see the puddle very Ghostbusters 2, the slime at the bottom of the city, like bloop bloop, buzzing and bubbling upwards as it's starting to take form. What you gonna do?
Um. Yeah, Ammon's going to throw a card in his face. Try to disrupt him.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. The scintillate that you already rolled for. That's that one right there.
All right.
Okay, yeah. So like it hits him in the face, and like, I'm gonna roll an attack for him real quick. All right. So he lashes out, and you feel like you hear the roar of a giant insect. You hear the sound of bones being crunched in half. You hear somebody scratching at a door that you know that nobody can be on the like you hear somebody scratching at the inside of your closet door as like it hits you dead in the chest and you take 4 AP damage.
AP, not HP. Uh-oh.
And like Kashel's just like, do not interrupt what you do not understand, satellite ears.
Oh shit.
You see, the funny thing about that is I don't follow orders very well.
So like in this other room around a blood pit, this chill bee just kind of like coiled in a little tanker thing, just buzzing, clearly scared out of its mind. And then real quick, we snap back to this one. Ammon is not in here. As you all are currently, Seth, attached to this giant creature, now with holes. Leo, you're up. What you got?
Mm. Let's see. Okay. He's gonna. I guess. Yeah. Okay, I got it. He's going to take the. He's going to get his other weapon out because I remembered he has it. As both of them would see a multicolored whip in his hand at the moment. It's the bismuth whip that you gave back in the Lydian
Absolutely,
game.
yeah, for sure.
It might seem odd, I suppose, considering the situation, but he begins to do basically like a bit of a dance, sort of a bit of a ballet, twirling around. And as he twirls around, he swings the whip very violently to basically wrap it around the creature's head and basically pull down hard on it. He is using, and hold up, I got this thing because I haven't used this yet in the session. Using Declare, and to make sure that the attack connects. Let's see, what was it? Oh yeah. So it's gonna be that, and combined with the item itself. Let me put that down real quick as well. Whoop. And I'll put that down here, and baboosh. So it's gonna do 6 damage when it connects with Declare. as he does the little spin, wraps the whip around the creature's neck tightly, and yank him down to the ground hard.
Absolutely. So total of 12 damage as you pull this thing to the ground, and like we just see like it smash its head off the stone ground, like spurting the blood and the red honey all over this room. You see inside of its skull there, Leo, as you do that, like inside is the black corruption, like pulsating in it as well, all around the red honey.
Oh,
So
lovely.
like this is a corrupted monster. This is no guilt, no shame.
That guilt was gone a while ago. Don't worry about that.
And yeah, you did 12 damage to it, just cracking its skull on the ground. You guys can feel, like you feel that attack that Ammon took. Like a wave of fear and darkness comes like out of that room. Like it feels like weaponized fear.
Mm-hmm.
But who would like to go now?
Is this creature not getting? Is it getting back up still, or?
I'm pretty sure it's
Oh,
dead.
it's certainly gonna. No, it's not dead. It's certainly gonna try. Like it just has a cracked skull, but it's not done.
Gotcha.
We can just see its brain goo.
We got a
Gross.
weak point. We got a weak point we can focus on now, though.
Am I able to wiggle out enough to not be held under it?
It's gonna take your roll to get clear of it, but you can turn that roll into an attack if you want to. Just know that if you roll poorly, it still counts as an attack as these claws are in. No, you forced them out. No, you're good. You can get clear.
I'd like to get clear.
Yeah, sure. What would you like to do?
First I'll... Does it look like these two are handling... Leo is competent. Isaac is competent. Ammon is alone. I don't know if that's a good idea to be alone, so I'm gonna go check on him. I can't let somebody fight by themselves.
It like trying to like getting that clear of it to getting past it though. That is gonna be a roll.
Oh, hold on. Oh, just give me a second. I have a thingy.
Kind of thingy.
Have you guys ever seen like an octopus slide into a bottle?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Very cool, but
So-
also very funky.
I still have like bones in the upper part, but the whole bottom part, it's just muscle.
Mhm.
So I'm going to do my best to use the slickiness of the goop under us, blood, to try and push myself from the wall or push myself against its legs to do like a slip and slide. Down past the creature into the other room. Just hopefully there's not a nail in the floor like would happen in a slick and slide, because that happens.
Ooh, don't need to be reminded of that one.
But yeah, just kind of vaulting myself and squeezing as much between its that sounds really bad. Squeezing as much as I can between its legs and splurting to the next room.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let me get you over here. Doop.
One of the descriptions of all time, everybody.
Oh, I'm all wet now.
Wasn't it though? Kaiju?
All right, so you make it in here. Ammon, when you got hit by that wave, did it take you down? Like, what happened to you?
Ammon's definitely staggered.
So
Like
yeah,
probably holding his chest a little bit, breathing heavy, but he's still standing.
so Cashel sees Seth come into this room, and like he's just like, it would have been so much easier if you had just stayed in the box. And he rolls an attack against you as you like approach him. And like he lashes out with this tuning fork as you see like following it like ferrofluid. I know I've said it before, but like following it magnetically with following the tuning fork magnetically, the pool in front of you lashes out and like a blood tendril forming into a wasp's stinger thrashes out and slashes you across the face for 4, Seth, as you enter this room. But you are in here. You are clear of the first thing. Like, this thing slashes you, but you can keep moving. What were you going to do when you got in here?
So, there's some mixed feelings. Came here to, I'm not very happy. It's like every time we come to this fucking city, we get attacked by wasps. I don't like fucking wasps.
I don't know what that was.
No idea.
Can you guys still hear me? Is everything okay?
Yep.
That was weird. So I'm gonna embrace these weird feelings I've been having recently. I just embrace this feeling of fear this guy's trying to give. So fear and anger, pain and pleasure, let's just all mix it together as good luck, Ammon. As the tentacles from my body begin to elongate into something very similar to the chain weaver itself, but it's from my body instead of around, and it just as that happens, the lower part of my jaw actually separates too, and this immense feeling of just despair emanates from my body as those tentacles go straight at this horrible little monster at full force.
Yeah. Oh, give me that 20 setter.
One day I'm gonna get some beautiful beam footage.
Fuck. Can I make that a triumph? Would you allow that?
I would love that.
If we got the card, give it a go.
Yeah, go for it.
But how exactly do you make it a 20 though?
Yeah, it's just like what is the what does this look like? If this attack becomes a triumph, what does that mean? What are you aiming to do, Seth? And how does Ammon get that to work?
Well, this is the first. I have not killed anybody. By the way, I have not. I'm going to kill somebody today. My goal is to eviscerate this person's body and pull each part of it to where each limb is on a different wall.
Ah. So violent.
Okay, just heads up. Even with a 20 with double damage, you did not kill Cashel. He is doing fine.
He's got a lot of HP. He's big.
Like, I think, you know what? Here's a good way of doing it. So I know, Ammon, I asked you to tell me how to do it, but based on that description, I think it goes like this. You separate him onto all of the sides of the walls. It's grotesque, it's terrible. What Ammon sees is like looking down in the blood pot on the pool in the center of the room is just Cashel's face rising up under, like as a huge gelatinous, like pillar of blood.
It's always something with these cultists.
So it's a lot of damage, but it's not done yet. Got it.
Yeah, it's like his body completely destroyed, fucking pinned on all of the walls, no problem. Like, just inside that. One second.
Kawari wanted to mention, you did catch that was a limit break card, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, even as a limit break, it's like I'm not joking. You
Damn.
cannot kill any of these guys in one hit. I'm not doing it. Like the most you guys could do is like 80 tops. This thing has
so
way
he's-
more health than that.
Yeah.
So we can collect his parts then.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not the body,
Heads
but
up.
there's also
Yeah.
the thing downstairs.
Yeah, Cashel is a dude. Like,
Yeah, like
those
there's no-
body parts are like yeah. Then that's up to you guys again. But
Yeah, like this. I don't think this body itself has anything special. The thing below, however, that might have something useful to collect.
I literally have no idea how much a limit breaks AP takes away from me.
limit break doesn't do AP things. It's just you have to make a roll for the to see if you survived it, and you survived it because they changed it.
Yeah, basically the roll is how bad does it hurt you?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I can still eat him then.
I mean, that's on you, I guess.
I didn't say that out loud. Continue.
Like, yeah, right. Let's keep it going.
Okay. So, Warlord or Isaac, what you got?
Cool. Bullshit. This is all bullshit. I had a card a second ago. It's that thing's still on the ground, kind of, sort of, with its head split open, right?
Right.
Indeed it is.
There's a search bar. That search bar didn't help me. I'm going to walk up to it. At this point, having reloaded, and shooting at it, I'm casting shock.
All right. Give me a 20-sider.
Wow.
Nice. Lover one.
Cool. Love that. I love that for me.
Absolutely. So walking up to it, like you got it dead to rights, Isaac. Like you're right next to it. You load your scroll into the barrel, snap the barrel closed, aim, fire, and as you fire, like out of the hole in its skull, like the corruption brain shoots out this black glob still attached to it that goes straight into your barrel and corrupts your shock scroll. You feel as you pull that trigger, the blood rips, and the lightning rips through the gun, rips through you, hits the blood on the ground, and flies towards Leo as well. Looking down, your bunny feet soaked in this blood, Leo. You both. Wait, how much does shock hit for? Does it hit for?
Shock hits for 8. And if metal is connected to you, it does an additional 2.
Oh, that's
Gotcha.
gonna be 10 for Isaac. Leo, you holding anything metal?
Mm-hmm.
Is bismuth
Regardless,
considered a metal?
regardless, regardless, it's enough to do more than enough damage.
Oh my god, like
And something will happen to Leo. Isaac, you broke Mama Parts' shawl.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh no. Oh no.
And Leo just lets out the loudest basically screech of anger Isaac has ever heard from him. um
Isaac, you took 10 damage, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, I am not okay. Because I was only at 8 health.
mhm.
Oh shit! Like you splash. Like, what's it look like? Is it comedic or is it like violent? Isaac.
Oh,
Like
it is
when the
violent.
okay.
It is. You can see, like, he is basically like his hand with the shot going through his hand tightens on the grip, making it worse as his entire body just locks up, and you just see his eyes kind of just like beady as if like fully just like shocked, staring right at what was supposed to be a dead target at this point. And then after a while, he just drops to his knees.
I honestly did not think that I was gonna ever see Leo have to use the shawl.
Isaac broke his shawl.
All right, yeah, Leo, 100%. What's your attack? What's your rage-filled attack?
See?
It's like think your wisp form a little bit for it too.
Mm. Let's see. Okay. As he's like basically gathering like energy for the attack, he's like the whip being swung around like in a bit of a circular motion. Oh, and somebody decided to play a certain card on me. Well,
So now you're gonna
that
grip
card's on
the
you.
shawl?
Yeah, with the shawl being ripped, yeah, that kind of works. Something got ripped.
Yeah, it works. That works perfectly fine.
Um, and as he's letting that basically all that anger, it's finally being let out because of this one moment. And yes, Kydrin, it prevents me from getting KO'd, but it breaks in the process. And not anyhow. Nobody's there to see it because the only one who would is gone, is like kind of knocked out at the moment. That though like there's like a dark energy that starts flowing, mainly from a. It seems to be mainly emanating from his chest, due to the scar he has from there, and it's also like a smoky, like wispy dark smoke is coming out of his mouth as well. And as he attacks, once again, he lets out that loud scream again as he basically throws everything he has into this like this spinning swing with the whip.
Give me 2d20. Oh,
20.
natural 20 though. That's fucking sick. That's sick. Double damage, ripped like Jesus. All right, so okay. So the whip does. It's gonna do 6 because he's still dancing, or he's still like in the dance. So times 2, 12. then times 2 again makes that 24, then times 2 again makes that 48. So, what's it look like? Okay, here's my one suggestion, but please, if you have a better idea, let me know. Do you wrap this thing completely up with your bismuth whip and then just kind of pull it like a ripcord?
Just like basically spinning this thing with the ripcord, just like.
Yeah, like,
am I gonna turn this son of a bitch into a Beyblade?
basically, like, just fucking pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, absolutely, Leo. Tell me what 3 parts we pulled out of this thing. What do we have to add to our larder?
Its pincer,
Got it.
its skull,
Absolutely.
and its tail.
All right. Pincer, skull, tail. Red wasp. Yeah. So Isaac's down on the ground next to you.
Gotcha. Leo would simply, since it's still technically in battle and all that stuff, mend will heal him by 5 HP.
Absolutely. So Isaac, as you're like coughing out smoke and like your gun, like the barrel of your gun has been corrupted. You don't want to load another spell into that right now. And then you just like start blinking your eyes because Leo just got you up, and it's just like, all right, good, everything's fine. Then you look through the doorway that like Ammon and Seth stepping out of the like rising out of that blood pool is this thing. A creature made of blood and nightmares. So yeah, what do we got? It is a knockoff B. This is one of the B arts from that from the first 10 Candles game.
Freaking B- over here. Discount B.
How tall is this?
I would probably say 12 feet tall. I don't think these rooms are super tall. So 12 feet, maybe a little bit taller than that.
Does it look like it has solid parts, or is it just goo?
It's just goo.
I haven't really changed back, but my physical spells would not work on this.
Oh, there is still a cage behind you with a long B in it. Let me put the long B on this one too.
Long B.
Just so, in case anybody rolls any ones, you know, we get to look at
Find
it.
where you live. So it. I am going to try it. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to try it anyway. Worst comes to worst, it just doesn't work. I'm going to try Flesh Sculptor on this beautiful creature.
Huh?
going to try to use the ability Flesh Sculptor and
Oh.
see if I can meld that into more of back into a puddle rather than it being more of a 3-dimensional form.
All right, roll me a 20 setter. See, I'm seeing that 8 there, but anonymously, somebody earlier gave me a 1.
Oh, there goes Longby.
Oh no!
I would never. I would never.
Thank you.
So, like as you go to reshape that thing, so you want it to make it more like puddle-like.
Yes.
Like
Flat.
it becomes significantly more solid. Like claws start like reaching out of it. It looks around at all of you. Okay. It looks around at all of you and dives for the door.
Uh-huh.
Like the whole thing moving as like one like gross like puddle of liquid rushes past all of you.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay.
Definitely don't look at that drawback.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, I mean, like that's the thing. Like, you made this terrifying, Seth. Like, whatever this looks like it is. It looks like you know what it looks like. It looks like that nightmare creature that Leo saw earlier. Like, as it's like moving through the hall, it's trying to run away from you guys right now. Which might be a sign of something. Here we go. It has burst out and is trying to leave this room.
I think in this anger, he wants this thing to die. And he's going to basically use everything he has to stop it. So he would run towards it. And to the rest of the people that are there, Leo's shield starts glowing. Brighter, more greener, more brighter, more greener. Hey, Alan.
Yeah, what up?
Do you remember that robot thing, that entire battery that exploded and that got just absorbed into his shield?
Oh, I sure do.
Mm-hmm. He's going to destroy this thing, and he doesn't care what happens to himself in the process at this point.
Hey, good news, Ammon, about the blowing up the church thing.
It's going to happen.
So, okay, Leo, hold on to this, please. It's like, don't worry, we're not going anywhere else. We're focused on this. Ammon, Isaac, Seth. You see this moment of determination in Leo. Like, you see him grab up the shield that is hypercharged with magical power. It's like, you feel it in the air. Ammon, you see it. All around you, this room, this building, you're in the tower. How you guys gonna get out of here? And like, you guys gotta do it quick and in a hurry.
I'm not gonna do it in a hurry. I have to go back and save that bee.
No, that's part of it. How do you save the bee in the and like how do you guys get you out of here and that guy out of here?
Is that... Fuck, I don't know how long these spells take to cast. That's one thing that... is kind of missing from our spells, and I do kind of miss having that. Is that metal?
Oh no, it's a glass tube. Sorry, like I couldn't move the glass tube over here.
Okay. At the risk of hurting everybody and myself, sorry guys, it's a bee. I'm gonna reach back, grab the serpent's tongue, which as best I can with all the little wiggly parts I have now. And God, I don't even know if there's gonna be enough room. I'm going to.
Are you trying to transform into the big? There's not enough space
Yeah,
down here for you
that's
to
what I
go
was
60
thinking.
feet. I'm sorry. Like I was trying to like give you the heads up about that one.
I wasn't sure how tall it was. Just like shoot on up if it wasn't like it's probably stone up there too.
Oh yeah, you guys are like under the ground in like a stone, like thing.
All right, I'm gonna try to just grab the tube then. I don't care how heavy it is. I'm gonna try to just pull the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Grab the tube, and like rip it down, and that's okay. Okay. Ammon and Isaac, you guys see, stunts is too high for wild card to hit. But no, we'll make the roll for it. Ammon and Isaac, you guys see Leo doing this, and how do you know Leo's about to just? I'm not calling it suicidal, because it's not. We don't know he's gonna die.
Self-destructive would be kind of a less.
Hyper focused, is that a
He's tunnel visioned.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
You see Seth going for this cage. This whole room is bubbling. Like, what's left in this pool, it does seem to be trying to like shrink away from the magic in Leo's shield, and also just maybe just Leo in general in this moment. But what are you two's plans to like get out of here? Like, how do we get out of here? Like, if Seth doesn't have to make a roll because stunts was just played, so Seth grabs the long bee. Like, that part's done. What are you two's part of the plan?
So I'm considering the fact that we're underground. We're not quite sure how far underground. And we have to get out of here. Could I grab him on and play force field? In the hopes of at least protecting us a bit.
It's gonna be a big boom. Like, just so you know, if you take the hit, it's still gonna be rough.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm not saying you won't survive, but somebody played an escape plan if you guys want it. Like, if you guys just want to get out of here, you can just narrate how you guys get out of here. Except for Leo. Leo's stuck.
Leo's determined.
I have extra free hands. I'm gonna pick these people up if they're not moving fast enough. Cause Isaac's got the broken legs. He got them bad legs.
Yeah, that's the worst thing that's happened to him throughout all of this. That's exactly the one main thing that we can be concerned about for Isaac is his sprained ankle. That is the worst problem he has to deal with out of this.
If sprained ankles hurt.
Yes. I would also argue being electrocuted also hurts.
Well, I'm gonna scoop you up like the babies you are, and I am gonna give this sad glance at Leo, but no. There's no way I can pull him from this.
Ammon will accept being picked up, but make the sassy remark of, at least take me to dinner first.
Need the sassy remark.
Mhm.
All right. So you three get just outside of the church. Like, you guys are right outside. People around town are reacting. Like, it's almost like a super high note is playing everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's like blowing a dog whistle, and but this one everybody can hear, and everybody's running around, almost like tornado warnings, but looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. And from below, you guys can feel just like almost a heartbeat, just like Leo, tell me about this attack of yours.
Mm. Let's see. Okay. Basically, he's using the shield to basically overload it and just destroy basically everything in this room. And I guess whatever comes crumbling down with it's gonna crumble down. Let's be honest. But as he's doing that, all the like basically that dark wispy energy starts enveloping him entirely. As he's like so in this like so where the bee is, well where Leo is just basically like a ball of dark energy and that glowing green from the shield. Let's see. If you are fine with it, Alan, I'm gonna use a card to prevent from actually getting KO'd.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have a? Let's see. I got a stunt. I got a red pill. I think got a couple of options. But considering the nature of it,
I wasn't gonna carry you anyway, but I was gonna remove you from the game for a bit. Not just this game. How do we want to like? Hey, we gotta go find Leo now.
Oh, I see. So he's not gonna. Okay, gotcha. Fair enough. So yeah, so I won't play the card as he lets out one more final like. Oh. That's true. That's something he could. I forgot about that. And as this whole thing explodes, I have enough AP to do this. And we'll say it's something that the dark energy is doing too. Leo is currently not in this plane anymore after that final screech and then the shield goes off. Where is Leo exactly?
Absolutely. So you all see... Oh, not Leo. You're not there.
I'm not there.
You all see the church. Like, a huge hole appears, and it just starts, like, falling down it, like, slowly. Just slowly, like, sinking into this hole, and, like, blood starts, like, pouring out and, like, sloshing up, but then the more it comes out, the more it just keeps getting pulled down into it. Like, it's viscous, though. It doesn't have, like, it's not, like, true liquid. And then just, like, this hole just keeps going and just drops itself into just oblivion. And now, in the Maor's town, in this small town, there is another, much, much smaller, but very similar feeling diggy hole situation. And the communicators do not show us where Leo is. And yeah. And then everybody kind of collapses. I think Ammon might be okay. Physically, I think Ammon only took AP damage.
Yep.
Isaac, now like riddled with electricity scars. Maybe not scars, but like
If you look close enough, you can see like a little outline. Like, oh, that's electricity. That's a mark right there.
it's like you've got your gun hilt like burned into your skin. Like your right hand. Do you fire with your right hand or left hand?
Right hand.
Right. So your right hand is like the worst of it. And Seth, literally the second you guys get free, the bee is just like takes to the sky immediately. Like takes it, and like as it goes, it begins growing and growing and growing, and once it like gets up there and out, like you see it do a little like the serpentine thing, like where it like pulls its body over itself and looks down at you guys. And then like for a moment, Seth, like despite how crazy this is, despite how like you might be scared for Leo, there's a moment of true peace as it flies away. But you can still feel it, like, close.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
And yeah, so the Maor come out, like a lot of them are like trying to take care of the area. They immediately, their first big project is to cover this hole. They are not doing what Digberg does. They are covering this hole, and they don't want anybody to go in there. They want to fix it, but they don't want to explore it. Like, you guys all around, like, you see people like the Mayor working in tandem, handing each other, like, stuff. Like, people drag Isaac and Seth and Ammon in, like, not drag, but, like, they pull you into, like, the first aid tents. And they begin bandaging you guys up. They ask if you guys need to call anybody, like, let anybody know, so you guys can call for aid easily. But when this game ends, which is basically now, Ammon, Seth, and Isaac are being healed with the Maor, and Leo is missing. Thanks for playing.
Perfect run, no notes.
It would have been really funny if I knew that was going to happen, because I just would have had Nika pull Leo's fucking voice like image right off of it, the same we did with Joaquin.
See, I wasn't going to. I was going to be very careful about how he usually does things. But then he lost the shawl. That shawl was pretty much what was keeping him in check.
Like, I didn't try to traumatize him.
It's
He
what
did it on his own.
So
To be fair, Isaac, you broke the shawl.
Not on purpose.
Still broke it.
Not my fault.
I'm gonna go to Mom and Parse and be like, Isaac broke my shawl.
I didn't do it on purpose. Not my fault.
Still broke it.
Still not my fault.
Be like, look what she did. Look what he did. Oh.
I didn't get to eat anybody.
A shame.
Womp womp.
It's like, if you find Leo's body, we at least already found one of his legs.
Oh wow.
What?
Uh,
What?
Yeah, Krieg has one of Leo's legs
Mhm.
as just like a toy or something. I'm not sure what he's doing with it, but he has it. It's not a person I want to have your leg, but what can I do?
It'd be like that.
Alright. Real quick recap for today's game. Something went weird over the radio when Leo was trying to relax after having some just like interesting times lately. Like things not particularly going his way. And out of the radio came a creature that reminded Leo of his nightmares about the Ten Candles game. A creature of blood and resonance as it like poured into his room to attack him, seemingly drawn to his negative emotions lately. Like it impaled him, but with the help of Ammon, Seth, and Isaac, we got the thing off of him, turned the radio off. Peanut told them that there has been an anomaly that happening in the Maor, and they needed you guys to go check it out. You guys went, figured out that something was up with the church, accidentally rolled a 1, thank you Isaac, fell into a booby trap. Isaac sprained his ankle. We got attacked by meat bees. Don't worry. Leo knows how to draw them really well. Got out of there. Leo headshot a couple of guards with 1 arrow. Leo and Seth got a mark put on them so that they had to take double damage, but they dealt double damage, but they received double damage. Then we fought a scary bee thing that Seth attached himself to, and it killed Seth, but Seth was immediately revived by the drug he made earlier in this game, which is a mixture of the Phoenix elixir and a health potion, which apparently makes a temporary like raise. And then Isaac rolled yet another 1, and knocked himself out and would have knocked Leo out, except for Leo was wearing Pars's shawl. He's had that for a long time, and the shawl, when he hits 0 HP, he does not die, but it does destroy the shawl. And then Leo went fucking ham, turned that creature into a Beyblade, and then in the process of saving Longby, Leo overcharged his shield and sacrificed himself to take that creature out and everything in the area with it. Isaac, Ammon, and Seth got to the surface safely, just in time to see the church collapse into the echo. Deep into the echo. And we did not see anything explode outward or upward. We did not see Leo's body, as they are taken to the first aid tents. So that happened. What games do I have this weekend? Okay, so now tomorrow we play the Night Witches game, which is going to have Ceylon, Lore, Malone, and Kay in it. And Saturday we have Kui, sorry, not Kay, my bad. I was reading it too fast. Alright, Kui, played by Ceylon, is played by Twy. Lore is played by Esme. Malone is played by Sparkly Salad. Kui is played by Elliot. And then on Saturday, we have Katori, Ento, Ivo, and Soki dealing with some big monster problems in Folksong. And then on Sunday, we play with Blueberries, Flynn, Forge, and Vatna as we deal with some problems in Hammerpaw. There's a lot of problems this month. And then, of course, Monday, we have the Interlude with Ibring. And we have Vanex and Cash and Soap playing 2 new characters. And I will send you guys all the stuff soon about that. But yeah. I think that's everything. I don't think I ran out of anything. I missed anything.
You totally that's on.
Aside from the limit break.
Wait, when did
Remember.
yeah, sorry. Seth
Absolutely.
limit breaked and ripped Cashel's current form, or like his current like meat puppet form, into like multiple pieces and pinned him around a room.
Fancy stuff.
It's like that thing is done. It tried to run away, to be fair, and we never saw any corruption on Cashel, just on other stuff around him.
I really want to say the word what I think he is, but then we'd be demonetized.
Oh, he's dead now.
Oh yeah, no, he's
Or
gone.
what he was.
There we are. That was today's game. I hope everybody had fun. Thank you, Ammon, for coming and playing. I'm sorry I didn't have any like hyper specific stuff for you in this game, sadly. Like, thank you for joining at the last minute.
It's okay. I'm just really happy I could come in and help.
I too am very happy that you could come and help. So yeah, with that, I am gonna die.
Yeah, we're gonna heck off. We will see y'all tomorrow at normal time for the Nightwish game, assuming that Twy is not dead of whatever illness has been plaguing her. Fingers crossed.
Better not be.
I'm terrified.
Alright. Bye forever.
Goodbye,
Bye
everybody.
forever.
Bye.
Born as a smith, here I forged my new home, protecting the crews amongst destiny's throes. Which is the right path that I value more? My tinkerer's tools or my magical form? In the danger, don't know what comes next, weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Tracker of wolffolk, cursed with a plight, to embrace the darkness or chase the moonlight. Loyalty binds me to all I hold dear, eager to help, I'll embrace every fear. In the danger, don't know what comes next, weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Bound to ceramic, a ghost of what was. I yearn for the path to break free from my curse. Brave in the face of all my hidden strife, forward I journey to seek a new life. In the danger, don't know what comes next, weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Trained to be loyal to colonies call, yet torn by desire to be something more. Only in combat these bonds we renew, together we journey steadfast and true. In the danger, don't know what comes next, weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow